Hi y'all. I believe that once you are saved, there's nothing that can reverse that. You are always saved. Salvation is a gift, and therefore, if it is a gift, then how can it be taken away from you? There's several verses for each. For once saved, always saved, or for someone can pluck me out of my father's hand, or I can get out of my own, out of his hand because of my actions. In fact, the verse no one can pluck me out of my father's hand, a preacher that I know preached one Sunday on that verse, and he said, well, it says no one can pluck me out of my father's hand, but it doesn't say I can't get out of it myself. Now, I don't have as much experience as he does, obviously, but just me personally, I think that maybe reading too much into it. But just take that with a grain of salt, because ultimately, we we as preachers translate what we think God's saying to us, or God's saying in the scripture, to the best of our ability. But anyway, once saved, always saved. There's a certain responsibility that goes with that. Paul in Romans asked the question, what then? Shall we sin? Because we are not under the law, but under grace? By no means. When, even though nothing can take away your salvation, and it doesn't matter, and it doesn't really matter what you do as long as you come back to repentance, there's responsibility that goes with that. I mean, if you are truly saved, there should be a change in your heart that you feel, and you shouldn't want to sin anymore because you know how good God is, and you know how precious and how undeserving His grace is to you. Ladies and gentlemen, ultimately, which I know I preached on this, but ultimately, I think once saved, always saved, or you can use your salvation, is kind of a moot point. I, I mean, it shouldn't really, I don't think that should really matter one way or the other. Because we see here that shouldn't dictate what you do, that shouldn't dictate your faith. If you have a once saved, always saved mentality, then you should be wary. You should be wary of your sin. You shouldn't sin because grace found. You should sin because you know how great God is. And on the flip side, if you believe you can use your salvation, well, obviously you should be more wary of what you do if you have that mentality. But like I say, I think that's kind of a moot point. And I don't believe that should affect, if you're a true Christian, I don't believe one way or the other that should affect how you live. Because if you can't be a Christian, then you would want to sin anyway. You would try to be like Jesus no matter what you believe. Guys, I love you. I hope you got something out of it. I really do. And ironically, this was gonna be a sermon about how God could change your pants and how your pants are futile. So that's just funny to me that I happen to be preaching a completely different sermon when I had planned to preach on how God can change your pants. But yeah, anyway, God bless you. I love you, and I'll see you next week.